Okay, guys, let's talk. Let's talk Resident Evil. So first things first, I I wanna be honest with everybody about Resident Evil here. I don't want to poop on anyone. I don't want to insult anyone. I don't want to be mean towards anyone. I think everyone did the best that they could. But what a fucking bad movie that was. I hated it. It was as bad as I thought it would be. I had my expectations low. I was hoping to go in and be impressed and surprised and maybe get a bit of fun out of it, and I did not. Not even a little bit. Hide it. Yes. Don't worry, Capro boy. Yeah, they took. So the movie, I don't even. They basically set themselves up for failure, and that's what bothers me the most, because when you look at the Resident Evil first game is like, let's say it's 6 hours long, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. Let's say the game itself takes about 6 hours to complete. The second game also about 6 hours. So that's a 12-hour for Resident Evil 1 and 2. And they decided to make a movie that's an hour and 45 minutes long with both the story of Resident Evil 1 and 2 put together and change some stuff. Now, I've never been that guy who reads a book like Harry Potter and then watched a movie and feel insulted because, like, oh, they changed everything from the book into the movie. I understand those people now, though. I understand those people because I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil. For those of you guys who don't know, Chris Redfield's right there. I've got 4 sets of Funko Pops of Resident Evil behind me here too. I have a shit ton of Resident Evil stuff in the house. But they took the story and changed it. And they made it fucking bad. Sorry, I didn't endure the pain with you. You better be, Gav. Also, the movie theater has 180 seats. There were 12 of us in the theater when the movie started. There were 3 of us left when the movie ended. Half of the people walked out before so half of the people left before the ending of the movie. And then when the ending happened, the rest of them left. Me, Mel, and our friend were the only 3 who stayed for the post-credit scene. That was not really worth it. But so 12 people down to 3 before the post-credit scene even started. Now here's the thing. I don't think any of the actors they did the best they could. They did the best they could. I think what happened, and I don't know shit, clearly, okay? So no one posts in the YouTube comments or here telling me, oh, well, Eddie, this is what they do. This is what I think that happened. I think that the director of this movie wrote a script about a movie about Resident Evil 2. And they wanted to release that, and I'm guessing someone told them, you cannot release Resident Evil 2 movie without the Resident Evil 1 story. So you gotta put that in, because when you watch the movie, it is focused mainly on the story of Resident Evil 2, and they kind of just throw the Resident Evil 1 in there, like fuck it, it's in there now. And yes, and this is where I was gonna go to, Gukun. Leon, in the video games, is one of the coolest characters in Resident Evil. He is a fucking bitch in this movie. And no joke, everyone in the movie makes fun of him for being stupid, not good at his job, and not knowing what the fuck to do. And he himself says that too. There's a scene in the movie where one of the characters, it's the apocalypse, it's zombie apocalypse, and halfway through the movie, one of the characters, Leon asks the characters, I don't remember the exact wording, but something along the lines of, you might be wondering how I'm still alive. And she's like, yeah, I do. And his reaction is like, me too. I'm like, why? Why would you answer that? I have a headache just thinking about the fucking movie, man. It's just so bad. Now, okay, I'm going all over the place because things are coming. This is the other thing that bothers the shit out of me. You guys ready? I gotta post these pictures because I went and downloaded these pictures just so you understand why this shit bothers me. Okay? Let me get these pictures up here, and then we can chat. Give me a second. Fuck this movie, man. What a terrible time it was. Oh, God. I have a headache just thinking about it. Okay. There's this character here. Let me post him here. There you go. This guy right here is Chris Redfield. Okay? He is one of the main characters of Resident Evil and one of the main characters of Resident Evil 1. Hold up. I'm going to spoil the shit out of the movie because I don't want anyone to go see this. But it's not really that big of a spoiler. Now you've got this guy. This guy, his name is Albert Wesker. Okay? He is also one of the main characters of Resident Evil, but he's a villain. Oops. He's one of the villains of Resident Evil. Alright? Now look at these two characters. Do you see them, chat? You've got Chris Redfield right here, and you got Albert Wesker right here. Do you guys see these two characters right now? Do you see these two characters? Now, if I show you Tom Hopper. If I show you Tom Hopper. Now, it's not a great picture, but whatever. If I show you guys this dude right here. This is Tom Hopper in Resident Evil the movie. Who would you guess he's supposed to be right now? Because clearly, he looks exactly the same as fucking Chris Redfield. But no, he is supposed to be Albert Wesker. Why? Why would you pick him who looks exactly like a video game character? Even the fucking muscles are the same, to put him as this guy. Why would they do this? Hi, Julio. How you doing? Thank you for resubscribing. 7 months, dude. I'm upset. Why would they do that? Look at him. He looks exactly like him. And look, casting aside, maybe he wanted to be Albert Wesker. Maybe he did. But, like, why would you pick someone who looks like Chris to play someone else? It's fucking God. Jesus. Guessing he's more like Chris than Wesker. Well, he is. Yeah, look at him. He looks exactly like him. Anyways, God, fuck, that bothers me. That bothered me so much, guys. That was probably, like, the part that bothered me the most about the movie. Because every time you see him on screen, you think it's Chris. You think it's Chris. Yeah, and see, like, even Gugun, who was with me, she thought it was Chris the whole time. And every time they call him Wesker or Albert, whatever, it confuses you. He just doesn't, like, it doesn't make sense that they did that. Like, why? Why would they do that? Just, he fits the role. He looks like him. Like, just give him that role. That was a confusing thing. That was, like, the biggest confusion of the movie, in my opinion. What else is there to say about this movie? And he's a good actor, yeah. He definitely is. Fuck. I don't have anything good to say. I feel bad. I have nothing good to say. This is probably one of the worst movies we've seen this year. The most frustrating for sure. I don't know who is supposed to watch this movie. If you're a Resident Evil fan, like the video game fan, you're gonna hate this movie because it's not the games. And if you're not a fan of Resident Evil, you will not understand the movie because they depend on the fact that you've played the game to understand most of the things that are happening in the movie. If you haven't played the game and you watch this movie, a lot of shit happens in it that you're like, okay, but what does it mean? And I'm kind of sitting there with like my friend who hasn't played the games, and he's asking me, he's like, is this what happens in the game? And I'm like, no, it's not. And I don't know why they changed it because it was fine in the game. Do you know what I mean? It just, I don't understand what the, I can't, I'm getting a headache, just thinking about it. Fuck, I'm trying to think, is there anything good about this movie? I laughed. I don't think I was supposed to, but I laughed a couple times. No, I can't think of anything. I didn't like anything about this movie. It was short. Yeah, I guess that's the best part is that it wasn't too long. There, yeah. I guess that's the only good thing I can come up with is that it, oh God, no one go see this movie. I feel bad. I really feel bad. Oh, this is the other thing. They set up a sequel. I fucking hope they don't. I don't want a sequel to this. I hope they reboot it again a third time because I don't want Leon in this series of movies to be this Leon. They gotta change him. And, like, they gotta change not only his personality, but they also need to change, not the actor, I think the actor's fine, but get him to look like, at least like the character. Like, Claire looked, oh, see, that's a positive. The actress who plays Claire looks like Claire from the video game. That's cool. Not her personality. They made her annoying in this movie. She was great in the video games. The actress who plays Jill looks like Sheva from Resident Evil 5 more than she does Jill, in my opinion. There's a... Okay, we were making fun of this. There's a scene in the movie where there's a villain who catches a character. He, like, catches him and, like, slams him into the wall. halfway through the movie. And then for the rest of the movie, that character has broken ribs. He can barely move. He's like broken ribs and everything. And then near the end, Claire gets grabbed by this guy and fucking slammed to the ground as hard as he absolutely can. And she gets up and runs. We're like, what the fuck? Where's the consistency? Like, this other guy got slammed into a fence and he's like, oh, broken ribs, that's it. Everyone else has to pick him up and drag him around for the rest of the movie. She gets slammed left and right by this giant ass monster and she's fine. Like, why? Why is that a thing that happens in the movie? There's a character in the movie that was like a little, like, that made, Jesus, I don't remember. There's another character in the movie. I can't remember shit about her, except that apparently she's Claire's friend, and I'm like, why? How's the Resident Evil movie I've heard you talk about? Oh, this is going up on YouTube. You're gonna get to watch this whole thing again as many times as you want, Gav. Fuck this movie, man. I have a headache. I just wanna, oh god, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. Don't watch this movie. If you're a Resident Evil fan, don't watch this movie. If you're not a fan and you're curious, play the video game. Just go play the video game. I have no reason to recommend this. Respect to the actors, they did their best. I'm sure the one who wrote the script really wanted to do a good movie, but this is it just doesn't work. I take it you liked it. I did not. No. And Jesus, what else? There's a cow in this movie. Now I'm very much nitpicking. This whole movie. So Resident Evil is known for being cheesy, okay? Most of the time. But it's still a horror thing. This movie was trying to be cheesy and it didn't work. Then it became super serious for whatever reason. It became serious for the rest of the movie. Literally near the end, they show you a cow, which I'm not going to spoil what else happens, but there's something happens with the cow that's supposed to be funny? Serious? I don't understand why the scene of the cow was in the movie. And me and our friends were just kind of like, why? Why was this? Why? What? Fuck this movie. How much do you give this match out of 10? 5. It's like, most people will give it lower than that, but I give it a 5 because I don't blame, like, I've seen movies that, like, I'm very much insulted and clearly no one gives a shit in the movie. That's under a 5. I give this movie a 5 out of 10 because I can tell that the actors tried and it didn't come together, but they tried. Oh boy, this sounds like a fun movie. It is not. No. Okay, wait, tell me this. Suicide Squad, the old one, or okay, see, like, Suicide Squad is an insult to me because no one gave a shit when they made the movie. This one, that's why I'm like, this one frustrated me, but there's effort there, so this is still a little bit better than Suicide Squad. Also, how you doing, Giselle? Okay, I don't want to talk about the movie anymore. Don't watch it. Don't go see it. Play the video games. Play all the Resident Evil games. That's the best I can ask you. And if they're gonna make a sequel, switch the actors. Not because they were bad, but because certain actors fit better in different roles. Tom Hopper should have been Chris Redfield. The actress who plays Jill should not be Jill. She should be Sheva, who will maybe one day show up if they make it to Resident Evil 5. And for the love of God, like, how many times can we screw up video game movies? Like, how many more times can they say, let's make a movie about a video game and fail? And they don't understand that that doesn't work. And now what they decide to do is try to make a movie about 2 video games. What the fuck are you doing? Like, the two, like, make a movie about 2 games? Like, that's you're guaranteed to fail. You can't even make a movie about 1 game. Enjoy the press conference. Which Suicide Squad? The one 2016. The bad one. The really bad one. Anyways, I want to end it there. Fuck this movie. Don't go watch it. Fuck this movie. Goodbye. That's